Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Now, I've been promising E36 content for a very long time. I've been making some videos on the E92, but today is the day we get back into the E36. We have some huge news for the car, and there's a lot to do, so let's get into it. The E92 is not getting any love this weekend, so I'll quickly explain. I have been trying to source an interior for this car. I know you're probably thinking, why would you try and source a different interior while the Dove in this car is very good? I've been looking for a Magma basically ever since before I bought an E36. I always wanted a Magma interior. So anyways, I've been making posts periodically, kind of just, you know, looking. I'll buy a whole interior or pieces, I do not care. And surprisingly, somebody contacted me with a whole Magma interior with Magma Vaders for sale in Florida. Now that leads me to another issue. I am in California. Florida is literally could not be farther from me, but I'm having it shipped, so it's on its way. I have a full Magma interior coming. What that means is everything in this interior needs to be converted from gray to black, and obviously the seats, door cards, all that stuff will be Magma, including the carpet, but the dashboard, the B-pillars, the handles, the rear deck, there's so much stuff that needs to be changed. So I've already almost spent an unjustifiable amount of money on said interior, so the last thing I want to do is buy the rest of that stuff at like the full markup price. So I'm gonna head to pick and pull today. I don't normally film when I go to the junkyard, only because I can't really bring the big camera in there, so the quality is never that great. But today I'm gonna bring you along because I know a few of you definitely like to watch the junkyard content, and my local junkyard, is pretty big. Generally a decent amount of cars there, so hopefully I can find the majority of what I need all in one day. The biggest thing that we'll have to swap to black is a dashboard, and luckily the seller that sold me the interior also sold me a dashboard for an absurdly cheap price, so I don't really have to worry about that. But what I do need to do, we're not taking this, we're taking the E36 because we need direct reference for any parts that I can't remember. I'm gonna make a list, but I still want to bring the E36 because I probably won't be driving it too much. After I find all the interior pieces, I'll be starting the swap. All right, we're about to head out here. I got everything I need, basically just bringing general tools, screwdrivers, general metric sockets, general metric Allen keys, general metric wrenches. I'm trying to think what else, picks, pry tools, etc., Torx. Kind of just general tools, especially because we're working with interior stuff mainly today. I'm not gonna bring a bunch of stuff. All right, full tank, right? 65 bucks. Fuck me. Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yo, dude, they're not supposed to be like that. All right, so I'm almost there now. The weather changed, now it's overcast, which is kind of cool. So hopefully it's not gonna be too hot. I really miss driving this car, so I'm kind of bummed that I'm about to tear it apart and it's just not gonna be able to drive for like 6 months or so. Yeah, when you drive like an E92 and then you get in this car, it's so different. This car is so much of a time capsule, and I don't know how to explain how much I like this car. I love this car. I wouldn't be spending a bunch of money and all this effort and time into putting an interior in an old car if I didn't care about it. So I don't know. It's crazy that I have this car and that we're doing this interior swap. I'll get back to you when we're there. All right, we've made it into the yard here. Unfortunately, I'm standing with a very clapped vert, and unfortunately it rained recently. And this is a black interior car, and I need some of the pieces, but it's all wet. I'm bummed. So plan of attack here, we're gonna use that door panel. I'm not really trying to get my socks wet for a couple of pieces, but I'm gonna try and pull them. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, here's the first piece. I don't really need this, but I'm gonna get this because I don't really want to rewrap the other one that I just rewrapped. And these go for a pretty penny on eBay, so even if I don't use it for my swap, I can use it, sell it, or whatever. These get left behind for good reason. You'll notice they got like these dowel pins on either side, and when there's a car with power seats, it's pretty hard to get these guys out. You kind of have to pry a pick in, and then once it releases the little retainer clip inside, you have to really yank on it and pull it out because you can see the seat's in the way, and it needs to come out that much to free it on both sides. Obviously this car's super moldy. There's literally water, standing water there. You can see I'm trying to get that guy out. I've gotten these out before. I forgot that there's a bolt underneath it. So there's like two 12 nuts, kind of like under the carpet, and then there's, I believe it's a 12, I hope it is, because I only brought a 12, so hopefully this works. Just my luck, it was not a 12, it's actually a 13. I'm kind of done touching this car anyways, it's fucking disgusting, so if I have to come back I will, but I'm gonna try and see if I can find one elsewhere. These ambers aren't too bad, but they are a little bit cracked, so we can't use those. Oh, fucking A. Of course, toolkit. Why would it be in there? As I'm looking at this car, I'm realizing I may need something else from the other car, and that was not in there. So you can see, people have pulled out the majority of good stuff. There is an axle. Holy fuck! Complete with the trailing arm. I just took apart that whole dash, or the center console, to get those two little grommets, but I did need them. It's a fairly new arrival to the junkyard, as you can tell. I mean, it's basically still all pretty much here. Another tan E36. I want nothing to do with this one because it looks like a meth car. Look at this poor thing. It's got a bunch of rot on it. Basically rotted everywhere. You'll see just if you look at the rear subframe, and just everything is not good. All this rot down by the door, it's literally hollow. It's almost hard to believe that something could rot out this bad, at least being located in California. But I think this will be super cool if you just got it to run, put like an M50 in it, and like made it a gambler car. Really hoping this is what I need. Let's just hope that the interior is black. What is that wrap? The amount of E90s is comical. Same with E46s. E46 is probably 20 plus in here, same with the E90s. There's like 3 E36s all of a sudden. Stand corrected, there's one more E36 back there, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that one. It's either tan or gray. I'm liking that wheel though. If you wonder why they make you sign a waiver when you come in here, it's because you're working under Steelies. Unfortunately, this whole entire car is pretty much a bust. I've been trying to pull stuff that's usable, but unfortunately whoever tried to get through this car first didn't really pull it together or pull it out properly. You can see also this is a 93, this is OBD1. This is a non-Vanos car, and also you'll see there's no airbag. This is a really cool dash. I guess they're not that desirable to people, but I like them way better than the ones with the airbag. I'm kind of bummed because this car looked really promising, but I've been able to pull absolutely nothing from it. And let's see, I got rear door cards as well, but I'm not keeping these. I'm just gonna throw them back in the car. I won't even lie, overall today, it's kind of a bust. This car, and they removed a lot of the E36s that were here last time, and the only other E36s that I've seen are tan or verts that will not work with what I'm trying to do. Alright, it definitely wasn't a complete bust. It wasn't as successful as I had hoped for, but that's kind of the name of the game when you get to the junkyard. If I really need all the stuff, I can just order it all. But the point of going to the junkyard is finding all that stuff for cheaper. So I got the armrest and that center console piece for $14 together, which is awesome. Even if I don't use the center console piece, I can sell it. And people, I was looking at a similar armrest and dude wanted like 80 bucks for it. And you know, I got those two pieces for $14. Plus, if it cleans up nice enough, I'll have the OG leather. And I'm super stoked about that. I got a bunch of little odds and ends they didn't charge me for. I'm a little bummed because time is money, and you know, I had to drive over here and whatever. It's cool to, you know, come check out and like make sure what was there is still there, but half the E36s there like 3 weeks ago are no longer there. There's a M345 that must have gotten crushed. There are a couple other E36s I planned to get parts from, that's why I came today, and they were not here. This interior swap is gonna be a big hassle, but I'm excited to do it. and we'll talk about it more when I get to the house. I'm gonna clean this stuff up and I'll show you what we're doing. All right, so as you'll notice, we really didn't get that much stuff. We got this guy, right? I'm gonna try and clean this up, and we got the center console piece. I have a feeling this is actually gonna clean up pretty nice. I'm gonna, you know, just detail it. It doesn't have any water in it, thank God. It's not soggy or nothing like that. And then I didn't get all the pieces for the center console, so I'm kind of bummed. But I've got some gray pieces that I'm gonna list up for sale, and hopefully that'll cover the cost of some of the other black stuff I need. But this is kind of just extra stuff I've been saving, especially I got a spare glove box. I sell these OBD modules, so if you need keyless entry, hit me up. But yeah, I'm gonna try and like list some parts, get some stuff out of here. Alright, so let's quickly go over the V2 plans, the second iteration for this car. I want to make it very clear that this will be hardly anybody's cup of tea when I'm done with it. It's going to be rare to find it again at the price that I found this at. You know, even if I don't swap it and I just have it, I'll be more happy with that. I wouldn't be swapping the interior in this car if it was, you know, black, I guess. I like Dove, it's not my favorite, and I don't think Magma is very desirable in most people's eyes, but it doesn't really matter because this car is so, I've made it, in my opinion, I've made it so my car at this point that that doesn't really bother me. I used to really stress over, oh, well my hood is, you know, my car's been in a wreck before. It's been repainted in the front. Oh, none of the paint's original. I want to repaint the car anyways eventually. That shit doesn't bother me. The bins don't match everywhere. Does not bother me. I drilled into my trunk. Doesn't bother me. Car's got over 200,000 miles. Doesn't bother me. And now I'm going to switch the interior. That won't bother me. It's only going to make me like it more. Planning on doing pole positions or something similar. They're going to be expensive, but if I part out my whole current interior, it's going to pay for the Recaros and the half cage, and I'll do harnesses. And I really want to do triple chrome TEs. I know that's kind of a lot. This car is such a long-term project that all the little minuscule things it needs doesn't really bother me. That's why I say I pace myself on this car, because there's no desire to get it all done immediately. There's no fun in doing that. So my vision for this car has always been to have Magma in it. And now that I have the opportunity, I'm gonna swap it. I just don't know when. I don't know how challenging it's gonna be, but we're gonna get there. We'll figure it out.
Really live this shit, nigga. Drink up. Yeah. Real ghetto boy shit. Shit on me right now, nigga. All real. Real talk points for real. We ain't none of these rap niggas. No cap, yeah. And 20s look like the crack days. Got Quake and Trishy and walk up in my bag. I miss them act days.
Alright, we're going to close out the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was supposed to be mainly about the interior, but I didn't actually get that many interior parts, unfortunately. The majority of the interior will be here within the next week or so, so I will make a completely separate video. We're going to unbox it, go over it, clean it, and I'll kind of give you the rundown on what else I need, and hopefully somebody watching this maybe has some pieces that I can buy. But yeah, if you have anything for sale on Instagram, DM me, and my whole Dove interior will be parted out eventually, so just keep an eye out on there if you're interested. But yeah, super fun video. It was good day, kind of like vlog style. So anyways, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one, and get stoked because the E36 content is not slowing down. It is only getting better, and there's gonna be tons more. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Shine a nigga, rose go dwell on me, brown like a frat pay. I hit my shows with chops and a whole lot of shooters, I still got trap.